Welcome to Great Talking Entertainment. I'm your host, KJ, and this is the YouTube channel where I review movies and TV shows from my favorite superheroes, including Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and much more. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment official channel. Now let's go, baby. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, everyone. My name is KJ, and today is my spoiler review video for the new series on Disney Plus, Star Wars Maul, Shadow of Lords, Episode 6 spoiler reviews. If you have not seen this, please pause this. And before you go and watch this amazing series, please hit the thumbs up button, aka the like button. That would help my YouTube channel out, and I truly appreciate that. Come back and let me know, what do you think about Episode 6 of Star Wars Maul, Shadow of the Lords? Comments below. So again, this is my spoiler review. Y'all been warned. Now let's get into it. This episode continues on from where the story ended. We see Maul training, practicing, getting ready to battle as he's aware of another force among him. And I don't know if he's aware of that. One of the Inquisitors, Marek, is here. I don't know if he knows that, but I know he knows, because with Sith Lords and Jedis, the one thing in training that they're supposed to learn and be really good at, which most of them are, is they can sense the Force, whether it's the good or the evil, whatever you're gonna coin it. That most Jedis and Sith Lords can sense this stuff. This is kind of like their Spider-Man senses type stuff, but he knows it, and that's why he's training. Like, he's staying calm, he's getting ready for battle. As in this episode, we see Brandon Larson, who's just freaking out that the Jedi Master Daki and Devin are at his house hiding. Larson and Daki do want to help each other out, and they understand the situation, and I think they respect each other, and I think Detective Larson knows that Daki and Dev are really no harm. But as far as them trying to come up with the plan, everything got interrupted as the action started to pick up, and Marek just shows up at the door and lightsabers it down, and the action picks up with the lightsaber battles as the stormtroopers are blasting at each other. The heroes, the good guys, are trying to escape. So Devin hijacks an Empire ship, and everyone got away from Marek. Now, what I like about this too, because it kind of shows you like top tier level of what their skill levels are. So if he could or couldn't, Marek, he couldn't use this as the Force to stop that spaceship from leaving. Now, we know, if you watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader can do it. We know Rey Skywalker can do it. We know Kylo Ren can do it. We know Darth Sidious can do it. And I believe Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi as well can do that. But he might have not, his skill level of using the Force might not be that good to do that. But for this show, because what I'm noticing is like Janix is like this planet, but I always reference like this is a small pond. But with Maul, he can be the big shark, the big fish in a small pond. And Marek is kind of like in that similarity too. But I know that since he's working for Darth Vader and then the other Empire, obviously, this is where he stands at, but he does have expectations too. So him letting them get away is somewhat of a defeat for him. And that's what I like about it. They do show their strongest, but they also show their weakness. Now, Brandon is wanted as the others. So now stormtroopers put a warning list. They got a bounty type stuff. They're all in trouble. And then, Two Boots, he's in this situation where does he follow the rules or help Brandon out? Because he's needing to find a spaceship to fly out and hide from the Empire, as Lawson's hoping his friends sees who he sees like a girlfriend, which is Renee Soul. It seems some type of love interest. And Jedi Master Daki kind of asks about her to him, and Larson kind of explains like they helped each other out. She's always been there to get her the information he needs for cases. I think they were once knowing each other before he was a police officer / detective. So they kind of hint they have a history, but I wonder if she's like the reason why him and Kylie's mom are no longer together as a relationship. I'm not sure. But there seems to be some, feelings towards each other. Now, the alien creature that Renee was talking to, it just made it obvious that this creature done called the police, called the stormtroopers, called the evil empire, and let them know, hey, they're all at the casino. And Riley and Devin were told to just escape and run as Larson and Daki stayed to stop the stormtroopers. And, very heroic. These two are the older, obviously Larson is an actual father, but Daki is a father figure to Devin. And so they're just worried about these young kids or young people, young adults, because they are the future. Now, Mariak does catch up to Devin and Riley, and as Riley hides on the train, Devin does everything she can do, her best, to stop him. I mean, it was some good lightsaber Jedi Sith Lord type battle, but what really helped him get away from him was Maul. Maul saves the day, and now you see the two doing this together using the lightsabers, but Maul's also only saving Devin to use this as an opportunity to convince Devin to join him. So, because earlier he has mentioned and made it clear to his crew that he wants Devin to be her weapon, Maul's weapon to destroy the Empire. He's still on revenge because he has a Sith Lord mindset. And so this is just one way. Yes, it's very kind of him to do it, but he's only doing it just to get Devin's attention. Now, Devin slices part of the train where Mariok was on, and just to get away, so Mariok is left way behind. And at the end of this episode, he informs his master, which I feel like is Darth Vader, but it also could be Dark Sidious, aka Palpatine, at the end of this episode. So this is like a beginning. It looks like there could be a team up with everybody. But what I like too, well, again, the first topic is Maul. Maul in this situation, he's very smart in this. Like, he's using real life do or die situations, and he's really working hard to convince Devin. Now, Devin, is more willing to help Maul now because she didn't have to do that. She could have waited till Maul got on the same part of the train and then cut it off, where it could have just been Devin and Riley on the train and left half the other train way behind. But she decided to let Maul stay with her and Riley. So already Maul is already getting into her, because in Star Wars, when this happens, it kind of reminds me of Kylo Ren and Rey Skywalker. It's Kylo Ren kind of built a connection between him and her, and a connection can be two different things. It can be kind of love, or it can be like a new beginning. What Maul would offer Devin is a new life, a new opportunity. This is where like Maul kind of presents to her like, if you join me, you'll never have to starve again. Because in the first episode, it was her starving. They were starving. They were just asking for some money, some coins, right? And she wanted. That's why she got locked up for stealing. But it's Maul offers a life where that never has to happen again for her, and that is more appealing to her, because when this situation's over, that doesn't mean she's rich. It doesn't mean she's getting food, right? Because the Jedi is fallen at this point. This is after Order 66. So it's very appealing, and that's the dark side tempting her in it. And also, too, it's very unique because Maul is not a Sith Lord no more. That's why he's not named Darth Maul. That's a title that's given to the Sith Lords, aka Sidious, Dark Sidious. That's why Anakin Skywalker is now Darth Vader. And you only get that title if you're on the team. Maul's not on the team, so he's not even a Sith Lord. So there is an opportunity in this season where we can see Maul may become the good guy. Who knows? But I doubt it. And I doubt it. But there's two stories that could go down, and that's what's really cool. It's exciting to see where this would go, because this is after the Star Wars Clone Wars series, for sure. And I know he still holds a grudge over Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's why he doesn't like the Jedi Master Daki as well. So I like that, and I like this Marriott character. They're showing like who he is, and his only purpose is to serve the Empire. He's only doing this because this is his job. He has no harsh feelings towards them. He doesn't feel biased, and he has no regrets, because he's just, only thing he wants to please is the Empire, and he's loyal to Darth Vader, basically. And that's the only thing that he should probably be worried about. So everything he needs to do, him failing and reporting back to Darth Vader, is him like, oh, I screwed up. Now I have to do better. That's his only reason. Like, he's pure evil. He is pure Sith Lord. With Maul, he's a man without a path, without a destination. Yes, he's fueled on anger and rage and his wanting to get revenge, but his goal, his mission is no more the same. It used to be the same mission, just like Marriott, but it's not no more. So it's very interesting to see where Maul goes through that. So I really like that, and it's very like foreshadowing so many things with that. That's the second topic. Is I like how they're showing Maul is like weakness in this, which I think is Devin, but also like the Empire here, especially Inquisitor Merrick. Now he's a tough person to defeat. Maul couldn't just get him. But it's also a reminder, especially if you guys are listening to my spoiler review. I'm assuming you guys are diehard Star Wars fans, and you understand like historically where Maul is at in the Star Wars universe galaxy, as far as books and comics and all that. You understand like he's not, in a way, Marek is more top tier than Maul in abilities, skills, and strength. Just Maul has more experience than him, right? And just to see that lightsaber battle between the two, and of course with Devin, it showcased like Mario could take on be on a 2-on-1. I mean, Devin's just a kid in the sense. I think she at this time she'd be the same age around Ahsoka in the sense of it. And but Maul was still struggling to hold up his own because one, Mariok, his lightsaber can do a spin mechanically. Maul does it manually, like he actually does it himself. You know, so Mariok is like an upgraded version to Maul's lightsaber as well. So he can take two, and the machine, it's like a machine that's built, so it does this, it spins the lightsabers for him. And to see that, it obviously pisses us off Maul, but because of that, it got Maul's robotic leg. Just a little bit, but that's how it is sometimes. Or leg or arm, one somewhere, but it got him cut a little bit. And it just shows you like Maul knew it. Maul used his own strength to spin his lightsaber that way. But it was really cool to see it's kind of like a young versus the old generation in this timeline. So I really like that. And I think it really showcases too, again, you know, the Empire has moved on from Maul. And I think that really upsets Maul more and gives him more of a rage and anger. Like, this is who you're going to replace me with? You know, he's just thinking that stuff. So I like that. Now, if I give this an episode of 1 out of 10, I'm going to definitely give this a 10 out of 10. This show's on a roll of just great storytelling-wise and showcasing each character. And we're seeing new layers to each character on there. Especially, it all makes sense why this character is important for this episode or the next episode in any way. I really like how they showcase that. And I just love the dialogue from all the voice actors. They're really bringing these characters to life. I think the animation to it is really good. Like, it's just on point. And also, too, it's everything I said about Maul. They may show his weakness, but what he's doing is very destructive. And it's apparently on the Empire's radar now. And, like, he is an important person to be hunting for is Maul. And they're trying to get him now. So it's going to be interesting what's going to happen next. So really good episode. But that is my spoiler review, y'all. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Great Talking Entertainment official channel. Subscribe. Hit that notification button so you always get updated with all my latest content. Thank you guys and peace.